Well, I have a few things I want to work on today, and this is a wood star that I made quite a while ago, and this bow was right in here, and I pulled the bow off and kind of scraped the glue off because I want to hang one of my candles off right here. I'm going to have to do something with that bottom. It does light from the top. I might just put some more cinnamon and stuff on there because that won't be turning that and peeling it off. So anyways, I want to make a holder for it out of wire. There's my wire. So I have some wire here. And I think, need about, I'll have to let you know how much I'm cutting off from it. I think about 28 inches. Where's my, looking for my measuring tape. Approximately. Okay, yeah, I'm going to take off about 28 inches of wire. This is a heavier wire. I think it's a baling wire. And to start with, and it needs to have I've done one of these before. It needs to have a circle for the bottom to set this on. So I'm going to take some needle nose pliers here. Get me a rest for the bottom. Okay, I think that'll work. Yeah. Now, this is off from I can't find, there it is. Well, I wanted to show you, but I can't find. Anyways, it was one of those little tiny rolling pins. Had the red handles on it, and I pulled it apart because I don't like it anyway. When I put the handles on it, there's a big old gap, so I always pull them off and cut it off a little bit, and then put the handles back on. But I'm going to use it now for a template. I hope that will be big enough. I'm going to hold that there. It may be a little difficult to do in camera because I've got this long piece of wire sticking out. Hold that there. And then I'm going to go around. And work my way up that for a holder. Kind of hard to do on camera. Okay, I'm going to hang on to that there now. Well, I got more wire than I needed. Oh yeah, I have to have it long enough to where I can, let's see, I think I want that come down just a little more. I think about right in there. Want that to come up from the back. Let's see if that'll work. Hopefully that size works. Well, it would, but I have a little, yeah, that works. There, and it holds it in. See that little circle down here on the bottom? Really stayed down too far. Let me pull this out. There. Now let me see. Yeah, that's going to work. That works good. Now, where I want that to sit. Pull that back out of my way. Probably about right there. So going to make this to where it hooks over that. I'm going to go ahead and run it around once and then cut it off in the back. I didn't get too much wire. And these pieces here on the star are 18 inches long. And what you do is you cut 5 pieces of wood, whatever size. See, that made a small one. If you want it 24 inches, 22 inches, like I have on these on 18, you cut 5 of them. And then you just lay them down and get them into the star shape that you think's good. And then I've put some little tiny brad nails in mine, or you can glue it with wood glue. They're simple to make, just simple. Just 5 pieces of wood, all the same size. Shape it into your star and nail it down. But I'm going to have to work on this because I don't like the way the bottom looks here. And if I cover that up with my cinnamon and Mod Podge, it will look fine. And then I'm going to have to put my bow back on. And see, I didn't want it up like that. That's the reason I pulled it off, because I'm going to put it kind of in the same place, but over. Let's see if my hot glue gun is ready. Yep, it is. All right, over just a bit. I just didn't want it to look like it was going into the flame. All right. Now, I'll fix my bottom down here. Well, that's doing what that one done. I don't know why it's doing that. Should not have to turn it. There we go. And it's ready to go and be hung on the wall. But all I done, this was already made. All I done was make the wire holder and put my candle on it. Okay, this is a little basket that I got from the thrift store. It was 50 cents. This should be kind of an easy makeover. And I've got I turned my hot glue gun off. Well, I'll turn it back on and fix that here in a minute. But I have to fix it before I paint it, because it's got a little piece broke there. And then there's a piece totally off right here. But I think what I'm going to do, I have my stamps I haven't used. I can't remember what collection this was. I'll find it and tell you here in just a second. But anyways, I've cut a piece of burlap, and this is a heavier, nicer burlap than what I got at the thrift store. And I got both of these pieces I'm going to probably use are from burlapfabric.com. I'll leave a link down below. Pull that off. But I am going to, but first, before I do that, I think I'm going to use this Dixie Belle English Ivy. I'm contemplating on whether to stain this. I don't want to leave it plain. It's just there's no color to it. Of course, stain isn't a color, but I don't know whether to stain it or use this Dixie Belle Chalk Mineral Paint, English Ivy. It's such a pretty color. And everything I have is either white or black. I wouldn't have to, I don't know. What I might do is kind of put some of that color. Let me do that right fast. Hang on. All right, I got me 2 paintbrushes because I'm going to put on a little bit of this English Ivy. color, because I do want to see what it's going to look like. This is going to be for me, so whatever the back looks like is fine. Whoops. Well, it's going to be covered anyway. I'm going to hit that with my heat gun because see what the color turns out. Go over with one more coat. Well, didn't spread that out very well. Yeah, there's why I wear old clothes while I'm painting. Threw my paintbrush at myself. Okay, there's that color. Let's see, I need a baggie. I don't have one. I don't know what this one goes to. Oh well, I'm not going to be that long. My brush will be fine if I can find a place to lay it. Now, I'm going to try this. Goodness, be easier to paint. Okay. It stays dark. I don't know. I think I need some color. I think I'm going to do the English ivy. I mean, it'd be cute with the burlap and everything. With both of them. Well, I'm not going to hold you all. I'm going to sit here for a little bit and contemplate on what I'm doing once again. And I'll be back and show you what I'm doing. I've decided to go with the English ivy. It'll be all right. So I'm going to go over this. And I won't paint all the little slats. I'll just be around the sides. So it won't be that hard to do or take that long. And when I get done with that, I'll come back and show you what I'm doing. Well, I have this painted the English ivy, and now my plan was to put this in here and then this in here. This is the muslin. And stamp the chicken on it, on the muslin. But for practice, I'm going to go ahead, and I might like it, I don't know. I'm going to stamp some on this burlap and just see what it looks like. I forgot to get my backing for this. Hang on. All right, I went and found a piece. Now, I'm going to ink this. I don't know how well that's going to show up on the burlap because it is rough. Making sure I'm getting plenty of ink on my stamp. Now, that looks good. Okay. Turn it over. I'm going to hold it in place, and am I in frame, guys? Yeah. Make sure I'm getting that ink on the burlap. It's kind of a practice, unless I like it. All right, straight up. Nope, it doesn't show very well. It doesn't show very well. So I'll re-ink it. Where's my... I took the muslin and I cut the size I want. And then I kind of frayed the edges on it. So now I'm going to put it on this. That's probably good anyway. I got my stamp ink, started getting ink. This is the first time I've used the stamp. And I did kind of sand it a little bit. As you're supposed to do with the first time. Okay, that's good, I think. Now that is straight. Got that centered pretty much where I want it. Lay it down, don't move it. And hopefully it shows up good on this muslin. Around the outline good. In the middle. I don't stamp a lot, as you can tell. Okay, now pick it up. Oh, that turned out pretty good. Now, wipe my stamp off real fast. Could have been darker, but I am not going to try to, it. Set that aside. Now, I'll bring this in here. I'm going to have to put some glue down. Just using some Fabri-Tac. I think that's probably enough. Okay, put that where I want it, which I think is right there. I'm trying to smash it down on the wood parts where it'll get on the glues. All right, now right in there, and as I said, I kind of frayed my edges, and hopefully this glue doesn't come through too much. Wait, I think I'm going to get a different glue. This usually works. It's my art glitter glue, and it has that fine applicator. And it might be clogged. Yep. I gotta find a thin needle. hopefully it works, or I'll be back with my Fabri-Tac. Let's see if that helped it. There it is. There it goes. It shouldn't take a whole lot because this is not like heavy. That ought to do it. Put the lid back, cap back on that. Put my needle away before I lose it on the floor, and then I step on it because I go barefooted. Okay, got to be able to hold this up and put it where I want. Whoa! Boy, that glue's showing on this. Hopefully when it dries it won't show. I'm not going to rub it too hard, just enough to get it in with the burlap. Alright, I think I need to find some things to decorate, maybe around the bottom. Maybe some moss. It looks a little crooked and want to kind of pull it. Pull this over that way. There. Yeah, I'm going to get me some things to decorate it with on the bottom because it's just kind of plain. I'll be back. I finally found my Spanish moss, and it was sitting right where it was supposed to be. But for some reason, my eyes wasn't seeing it. So I think I'm going to put that right in there. Okay. Right in there. And I have some Sweet Annie, of course. Where's my scissors? I like little scissors. Need to get that stick of it out. Okay. And then we'll just stick. Where'd that go? It flipped somewhere. I need to go get me some more out. Okay. Can't be here all day clipping. All right. I need to kind of set that up so I can look at it. And hopefully y'all can see it too. That has more than one stem in it, but that's okay, but I need to spread it out. I'm just going to kind of place them in there and kind of see what I want. Some back behind. I think that's looking pretty good. Yeah, I think that looks all right. A little hot glue on that. Won't take much. That little piece needs to go down in there. Well, this one's not glued. Here he comes.
You got something to darken that red up?
Like what?
Well, I mean, I don't know if you'd mix a little black.
Okay, I had to stop for a minute and help out my husband. He's building a desk for the bank. He's redone the inside of the bank, or he's working on it. And they've done it in a Western style. And him and his brothers went in and redone the whole bank. And the president of the bank needed a new desk. So instead of going and trying to find one that fits that kind of decor, my husband's building it. And he's got the tabletop built, and I am doing a video on it. Hopefully he'll take pictures, because I got a little bit of him out in his work area. But anyways, he needed something. He's got to fill some cracks in on the top. And he's trying to mix up his own, well, you know, where you fill in stuff. I can't even think. I get on here, I can't think. Anyways, it was turning out, the color he's using with the sawdust and stuff was turning out too pink. So I gave him some burnt umber. I don't know if that'll work or not. I didn't think black would work. Anyways, and then I've got this bag of stuff here. And I thought it just needed a little something else in it. I'm not sure. I like the bright yellow, but I think with the green it'll look alright. I don't like that there. Now, see, this is where I have to go off camera and fiddle with everything, and then come back and show you what I've done, because I pull stuff in and out. Here's some pieces that I've darkened with probably some watered down paint. I like that color a little better. Here's another one. I do this stuff, and then if I have little pieces left, I stick them in the baggie. That might look cute in there. Okay, I'm going to mess around and dig in this bag and see what I can find to place in here. And I think that'd look really cute. I don't know if I'll do it with something up here, some kind of a little sign. But I don't know if I'll get it done today or not. I don't know if I'll do it. But I'm going to fiddle with this a little bit. Okay, there's what I've put in it, and I've decided it'd be too much with something up there, so, because I have quite a bit down in here, so I'm going to leave it like that and move on to my next project.